from the Ticats Audio Network, this is Morreale and Hitch.
All right, welcome everybody to the 12th edition of the Morreale and Hitch podcast. I'm Mike Morreale. This is Rob Hitchcock. David Butko's in the background. We used to be joined by Dave Cadeau when he was trying to get us to do this job. Remember that, Hitch?
Yeah.
He was on every show.
No.
We really want you. This is going to be so cool. Now, nothing.
No feedback, nothing.
He doesn't even show up. Doesn't even show up. That's son of a gun.
Anyway, he does. Yeah, he does talk to us once in a while. He does.
Once in a while.
Gives us some good tips. Which we don't listen to.
No, don't listen to any. Maybe he doesn't show up anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Mm-hmm. So listen, I got to throw it to you, and we'll start off things in a good way with what happened on the weekend. That was a fun environment, great victory. Maybe back there in a couple weeks.
A couple things I want to start off with, and this is no slight on. Maybe it's just me. Yeah, two. Couple things, just two. I don't know. Maybe we were at the game and we ran out the tunnel, which was really cool. I didn't,
by the way.
Well,
nobody
I know that.
Invited me.
Yeah, I know, and I think Bubs got a little. He was a bit embarrassed because he thought you were running out with us, and anyways, it was the real crew. It was Les Brown, who had who hopefully people know this. He has 89 career interceptions. That is a pro football record. If you know,
it's ridiculous.
Not just CFL, pro football, 89 picks. Like unbelievable football player. Luke Tasker, Andy Fantus, Courtney Stephen, and myself, we ran out the team. It was a lot of fun, and I tried to get the team going again.
I watched you, Rob. I watched you from up in the thing.
Blew the shoulders out, and I did see you up there. But part I was getting at, the disappointing part, and this is for both games. And I know the stadium in Hamilton, they've got the end zones where people can stand, and in the middle, you could put probably 2,000-3,000 people. You can stand there with the bars. But I tell you, during the game, it looked like there was 15,000 people there. Like
they all go back underneath.
Yeah, and it's the young ones, right? Yeah. And just to get off same topic, but Saskatchewan, Calgary. I don't know if there's a COVID break or something there. There was usually Saskatchewan is jammed
packed.
There was 20,000 seats open. Like everywhere, the camera was even going down because on the punts they didn't want to show.
I know
to the crowd.
Saskatchewan.
What happened?
And that was a good game.
Great game.
Overtime,
but
I can't figure that one surprised me more than Hamilton. I'll tell you why, because I agree with you in Hamilton. There's a lot of people that dip underneath, grab a drink, and they just stay there. So what they've done at Tim Hortons Field is make it so fan friendly, but everywhere. So you don't have to be in your seat to watch the game. There's other places to watch the game. So in that respect, the people that are going are getting exactly what they want.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're not sitting in their seats. But the Saskatchewan game, I couldn't believe it.
Empty seats everywhere. I thought maybe a lot of traffic. These people come in from 3-4 hours away.
Oh, yeah.
And they're there for the whole day, partying and getting in. But they have regular season games they're full. Like I that boggled my mind. And they don't have. Mind you, I've never been to that stadium, but
beautiful
at the old Ivor Wynn, there was no corridors for people to go stand. There was no bars to go stand. But having said that, as players, we saw on those playoff games, when there's 25, 26,000 people, 28,000 people full. That's what you need as a player. When you go up and look and there's 5,000 seats open, it doesn't look good when you're a player. You need everyone in there cheering.
Yeah.
Anyways,
it doesn't feel good. Yeah, but you're allowed to vent because I guess what we're saying is, from a player's point of view, there's nothing better than people in the stands.
Yeah,
packed. It's the playoffs. That's when you got to show up. Yeah. So one more victory in Toronto this week. This is going to be interesting. My gut tells me that the way that the Hamilton fans travel, there may be more Hamilton fans.
I don't think so.
People, it's going to be crazy.
Agree, but I heard some rumblings, and I don't know who I heard this from, but Toronto was limiting the amount of tickets that were going to be given. Yeah, limiting, and they're only going to get 8,000 people there because they can't put anyone else in there anyway. But my buddy Matty Morton, Morty?
Oh yeah,
Morty went online. He said the tickets were $350 a piece. I go, it's not Grey Cup. He goes, yeah, $350 a piece for a Toronto Hamilton game. He looked online today.
Way.
Yeah. Maybe they're bumping it up, seeing the 416 or seeing the 905 number. Who knows what they're doing? But that's crazy. But Yeah, I don't think I'll go if it's free, but I'm not going to go if it's not. I'm not going to go if it's not free. I'm not paying $350 as much as I'd like to see them win. I can't afford $350 to go to that game.
But when have you paid for anything? Come on, get out of here.
Same as you.
Hey, the game started off a little bit slow. I was getting nervous there in the beginning because, especially Trevor Harris and what he's done in the playoffs, against Hamilton too. But it all evened out.
They moved down.
I was talking to somebody just at that point in time. I said, all the Cats need is one big play. Mm-hmm. And within a couple series, Hauser picks up that fumble, takes it down to whatever the 10 or the 5. And that was it. From there, forget it. Lights out.
When it was 20-3, that's the first time I think I looked up at the scoreboard. I went and visited my brothers, and my mom were in the stands. And so it was section 112 on the other side. And I tell you, I didn't see a quarter and a half. It's still nice when you go down the stands and you have people that recognize you. Mind you, they recognize me because I had my 42 jersey on, of course. If I had my black jacket on, maybe a few would have known. But oh my God, BT, I swear to God, I probably took 200 pictures. I didn't see a quarter. I got guys giving me beer, and I said, this is awesome. I took pictures with kids, and no COVID anymore.
No COVID.
No. But it was real nice to see it. Mind you, this was pretty cool. There's a guy that was up having a drink with a bunch of his buddies, and he saw me walk by, and he had my jersey on. I said, "That's a great jersey." And he goes, "Oh, thanks, man. I'm one of your biggest fans." I said, "Okay, I'm not Mike. I'm not Mike. I'm Rob, right?" He goes, "Yeah. No, it's Hitch. So anyways, long story short, I said to him, he's knew more about my career than I knew about it, right? And he was just like, you can see he was, just kind of like, And so I said, you want my jersey? And he goes, what? I said, do you want my jersey? He goes, I have one. I said, well, do you want another one? He goes, will you give it to me? So I pulled it off and I gave it to him. He was like, it was so neat. Buddy, but anyway, it's one of those things.
It's a Christmas gift for somebody. Never mind. That's nice.
Yeah, it was good. And I just got the free jersey from the Cats. So sorry, guys, if you have to give me another jersey.
I would have gladly given my jersey away, but nobody invited me to run out in the field.
Yeah.
So now I feel like Grigger. Because Grigger never gets invited to anything now.
You know what? No wonder he's bitter.
The good thing is I didn't feel like running that day, so we're all good. I was coming from a 50th birthday party, as you know, the night before. So
your voice is better.
Your voice is better now.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in Calgary right now. I'm sitting in this beautiful Airbnb. Got a bunch of staff because we're doing this is going to play Wednesday. We're announcing we're bringing some international games to Calgary, which is cool because we're trying to test out this market, do a bunch of stuff. So I don't know about you. Have you stayed in Airbnbs?
No.
You're probably not an Airbnb guy. They kind of missed our generation. I'm only doing it now because when I travel with a group, it's easier. Yeah. This one is mint. It's beautiful. 6 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, full granite everywhere. Got the nice back wall behind me, as you can see, etc. But we stayed in one not too long ago in Montreal, and we kind of rolled the dice. I like to pick it. Usually I like to be in charge of this stuff because I like things, a certain way. Mm-hmm. I let one of my staff pick it. Oh my God. This thing was like being in a dungeon. It was like there were some serious murders or investigations took place at this thing. It was in not the greatest part of town. And, not sure the sheets have been washed in a while. So anyways, I like to be involved in this, but we turned out lucky today. And seeing how I'm in Calgary, I reached out to our boy Lummer. But it got me thinking of his buddy. Do you remember his buddy that played for us? He's our buddy too. But him, Lummer and this guy played together at McMaster. He actually came from Cardinal Newman, my alma mater, offensive lineman.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Think about it. Once I say it, you'll know. He looked like 14 bags of milk
I know.
In a white jersey.
Yeah. Come on, tell
Fabrizio.
14 bags of milk.
Oh, at least.
Yeah.
So Fabrizio, at that point, if you saw Fabrizio now, the guy is mint. He's like on the cover of, he's like ripped on the cover of those romance novels.
What happened?
I don't know, but he looks like, I guess we kind of made fun of him for maybe like 4 or 5 years straight. Yeah. So I think after time he said, screw this. Yeah. But he looked a little rough back in the day. Like the black jerseys, okay, he could pass. The white on white, not so good.
That gets me. That's a perfect segment into. I was talking to some people about pregame meals. Remember him eating pregame meals?
Oh my God!
The plate was. This is a pregame meal. We play at 1 o'clock. We're eating at like 8, and this meal is like a heaping dump. Chicken, pancake, everything's on top of the. I'm like
animal.
Oh yeah, well, that's what.
He was good.
Yeah,
and I'm not sure if Fabrice knows this yet, but Fabrice was kind of our mule. Do you remember? If we had to get any contraband to the next city we were playing in, we just packed it into Fabrizio's bag. Except Fabrizio never knew. So when we're packing the day before we're leaving, everybody's got their bags out. They got their equipment, their helmets in their bag, shoulder pads.
Throw some Tuinals. Throw some Tuinals in there.
And then we see Fabrizio's bag. We're like, not sure we can take this on the plane. There you go, Fabrizio into his bag. Nice. Zip
no idea.
No one knows. We get to the hotel off the bus. We go right to his locker, zip it up. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We figured, you know what? If Fabrice got in trouble, we deal with it. It's better than you and I getting in trouble.
Yeah.
Good.
That was good. That was good.
I know.
He was so stupid too. We love him. We love him. We don't. Hey, to the listeners, when we say stupid, we don't mean it in a negative. That's just something we said. It's a term we said.
It's a term in endearment.
Because we're so stupid. We're so stupid too.
Oh my God.
Hey?
Both of us, absolutely.
What was your? This is what someone asked me the day, and it was right out of the blue. What do you eat before a game? Like, say your game's on a Saturday or a Saturday night, or what do you eat the night before? So I said, well, mine was steak. I love steak, and I'd always have a glass of red wine maybe the night before a game, but always a steak. And then the day of was like pancakes and chicken on the pregame meal, especially, but not. You didn't eat too much, did you?
It depends. If it was a home game, I had a certain routine. On a home game, day of the game, I used to go to get some pad thai at this B&T restaurant downtown on Park Street in Hamilton. I would go religiously, and I would get that. If we're on the road, if we were on like a Toronto road game, I'd get some sushi before. I'm the type of guy I could eat right before kickoff. It didn't bother me whatsoever. Yeah. But on the road, no, we'd do the thing, right? We'd go out to Highs. Highs was a good spot. Winnipeg Highs was the best back in the day.
Yeah. And then we got into Earls and stuff. And but so and that's one of the other things that like superstitions and rituals, what you do. So I talked to a guy. It was kind of neat because I haven't heard this. No one really asked you this questions, right? So mine was Pusky, our trainer, Chris Puskas.
Yep.
I never let anyone else tape my ankles, like for my 12 years, until he gone. Yeah. No one. Isaac did. Remember Isaac, our black trainer? Isaac?
Yeah.
He taped when I first got there in 95. He was there, and he taped my ankles like a hockey stick.
Just in one circle,
right around. I had blisters. No disrespect, Isaac, if you're listening to this ever, but I as soon as Pusky came in, he spatted. He spatted my shoe, so tape over my shoe, and he did my ankles. I never let no one else do it. It was just one of those things where I never had an ankle injury, and it was just one of those things I got. How about you?
No, Pusky, but see, I had Pusky in Toronto too, right?
Yeah.
So we followed each other back and forth. He was always my go-to too. But you had to wait for Pusky because there was a lineup because everybody wanted Pusky because he did it beautiful. You know some of my pregame rituals. I don't know how many fans know, but let me go back in time and tell you a story. So about 1998, I think it was 1998, I got asked to be in the Men of Steeltown calendar. I don't know if you remember this. This is a long time ago. So it was me and a bunch of kind of guys my age at that time. I can't what the hell it was. I was like 27, whatever that was. And, some firefighters and some other guys, the Men of Steeltown. So my little thing, everybody had their own little gimmick. So the firefighter, you took pictures, you're in the calendar, you have the hose on your shoulder, your shirt off, the whatever. For me, they put me with 2 live tigers. I drove out to Bowmanville Zoo. I took my shirt off. I had army pants on. They put all this mud and dirt all over me, and they sat me with 2 live tigers. And at the time, I thought it was the coolest thing. I didn't realize I was probably this close to just getting like a club in the face.
Yeah.
But But so we take all these pictures, and of course I look like an idiot. I got all dirt over me, and in a spread of a calendar. And they have an actual event in Ancaster at the hockey rink there. I'm going to forget the darn name of the rink.
Firestone?
Firestone.
Yeah.
On Jerseyville there. So I don't know much about it other than it's a fundraiser for the book. Walk out, it's packed. It is packed with thousands of women. And they're going nuts. So the guys behind backstage are doing push-ups. They've got like this bards. They're doing this. I didn't care, but that's like whatever. We had to go out in our boxer shorts one round and do like almost like a dating with the stars thing. You kind of went out, did your spiel, come back in. Well, I came out in my boxer shorts and this lady rushes the stage. And I'm like, oh my God, what's happening? And she hands me this gift and I open it up and it's it's basically tiger striped thong. This tiger striped thong, okay, I wore on purpose in front of you guys for 2 years in a row. And every game we won the Grey Cup. But after that we won the Grey Cup, I retired it. So this was going into the 1998 season. So I remember pre-game, I would throw on the thong, very comfortable, I might add. Yes. Incredibly comfortable. I didn't know. And then I'd prance around the locker room and the boys would all get excited. And that became the ritual. And I wore those darn things every year until we won the Grey Cup.
Yeah.
And I can't find them. I don't know where they are.
Oh, you got to show everybody.
Oh my God. I don't know.
How many slaps on your ass did you get from the D lineman? You walk by them. Pow. Oh,
a lot of guys loved it. A lot of guys hated it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
the guys from the States didn't understand. Some of the new guys, they didn't understand the Canadian humor. Some of the guys from the US, they're just like, what's wrong with these guys? But hey, that's good teams, and we were successful in the locker room and on the field, right? So gotta have fun.
Absolutely. I got to bring those back, buddy. I got to bring it back.
You got to find them.
I got to find them. I don't know. They may have been burned, but they were good while they lasted.
Oh, they're not good.
Fit beautifully. Just thank you to that lady that handed those to me. That goes back a long, long, long time.
Were they hers?
They were worn. I don't know. They were worn with pride.
That is funny. Oh my gosh.
Goodness gracious. We had some good times, buddy. Oh, speaking of that, were you on the text? I got to find the picture because I think for the people that watch on TV, I got to find this picture. So here, continue on, Rob. Let me look for this picture as I try and
as you're looking for it. I just wanted to get back to talk about because it really didn't say too much about the game.
Just bear with me 1 minute. Yeah. This particular picture. Now, I wish I had the inside.
Where's my neck?
Oh my God. Look at that. All jacked up. Yeah. You're getting a manicure in this picture. There's like some tiger striped curtains in the background. But on the inside, remember you're sitting in the spa and they're doing your nails. How many of these ended up all over the place from the boys when they saw this?
Yeah.
Do you remember going to the airport?
Oh, it was plastered everywhere. Yeah, plastered. The guys I think they got they went to every store and picked up every magazine possible so no one could buy them. They just tore them. They threw them in the urinals. Hey? Absolutely. Guys are peeing on them. That was another thing too. Remember the cards?
Buddy, that was the best trick ever.
The best
Jogo
trick.
Cards.
Jogo cards. We got them all done. Not even rookies, but throughout the year, this guy would come in and give us all our cards. And can I get your card? So we get a card because I wanted a set for everybody. I'd hand mine out. Ozzy would grab mine, go throw 5 of them right into the urinal. And guys would be peeing on them. I'm like, what's wrong with you guys? I thought you wanted my card. Pissing all over them.
They did for that reason.
Pissing. Yeah. And then it wasn't funny when I grabbed someone's and did it. It's like, oh
no.
Only when mine was in the urinal. That was the funniest thing, right? Bastards.
Good times, buddy. Good times. I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, just to the game. I mean, like you said, defense played unbelievable. Special teams. And if not taking anything away, the O's got to step up. The offense has got to step up against Toronto. Toronto is a tough D going into Toronto. They got that running game. I mean, they kept stand back. They kept stand back to 29 yards in that weather. So deep plays the way they do, I think they're going to be okay, but they got to move the ball a little bit better on offense in order to win this thing, especially if they go in against, I think Winnipeg's going to take Saskatchewan, but anyways, just one of those things. I wanted to mention that earlier, but they got to step up. Got to step up.
We'll give you the straight goods here. And we played the game. Like, that's just not a good performance by the offense. It hasn't been a good performance recently for quite some time. Right. But they did enough to win. But the defense, man, they were on the field that first quarter, like 11 and a half minutes. Yeah. Like that should have been, Montreal should have been up big.
Yeah. And Harris went down and he did move the ball on him a little bit in the beginning, but 3 points out of it or no points out of it, which the defense did their job. Doesn't matter how long you're on the field, as long as they don't score points.
My point is the offense needs to keep the defense off the field, right? Especially against a running team. But you're right. Toronto's going to be playing, they played well all year. I really believe that you don't want to ever look past teams, but I agree with you. Winnipeg is the class of the league this year. They're just tough. They play like an O'Shea coach team, like they're rounded into that team, right?
And they're confident, very confident.
Oh yeah,
hey, like because I think they only lost 3 games, I think. But anyways, I'm hoping for a good one. If I get some free tickets, I'm going to go down to the game.
Hey, what did you see your buddy Patrick Lewis on the field?
Remember I saw Pat. When I said hi to him, he had his red thing on. I said, "Hey, Lewis," looking at me cross-eyed now. I didn't see him. It's one of those things. They didn't impress me. Him talking, shooting his mouth off. I wish someone said, I think Simone said something or somebody said something to him during the game.
I saw Manx chatting with him. He burned him on a corner.
Yeah, he burned him. So he's just, guarantee, Guarantee. See, that's the stupid part about running your mouth like that. You guarantee a win, you're going to go into Montreal. What do you say to your fans? What do you say to your teammates? Don't do that again. He's not going to be doing that again.
No, I agree.
I don't like that. Hey, and our guest, our special guest couldn't make it today. We can't say his name yet because we don't know if we're going to get him on. But he's we could say he's a professional hockey player.
Yes, longtime professional hockey player, one of the most famous teams ever.
Yeah, right. He was an enforcer, and we can't say much more than that. But we should get him on. I think we might be getting him on next week. And Grigor, where's Greg?
I don't know. I should have invited Lumber too. I never thought about it. Like, we got all these people. Grigor, we got to get, probably he's always on the go, right? He's always in the car. He's always driving a truck. He's always on a snowmobile. He's up north. He's whatever. He's living the life. You and I are at home.
He's worrying about the Tim Biebs or.
Speaking of that, last night.
Did you have one?
We ordered Uber Eats Tim Biebs here in about 10 or 11 at night.
Are they good?
They're actually not bad. I got to say. But I think they only sent the 2. They sent like a chocolate one, and they sent that birthday cake waffle. Yes, 2 of them. So I'm not a Tim Bit guy. I would prefer Hitch Bits, but the Tim Biebs are actually pretty tasty, and they work because idiots like us ordered 2 dozen at 10 o'clock at night to be delivered by Uber.
Yeah, somebody watched our show and said something about that Hitch Bits, and I started laughing. I said, "They're not cock bits. They're going to be Hitch bits." Oh my God! So how long are you there for?
We got an announcement today. I come home. This will be playing Wednesday. I'll be home by the time this kind of airs, and then get ready for some other international games and stuff. So it's exciting. I was in Newfoundland last week. Have you ever been to Newfoundland?
No, but salt of the earth out there here. Just unbelievable.
My God. I was staying right near downtown, so I wanted to take a walk and see what was going on. It is bar, pub, restaurant, pub. Yeah. Like it is, they are locked and loaded to have a good time.
The people are the best, I hear, right?
Oh my God, they're the best.
Do you remember? Well, of course you remember. Remember going down and playing the Argos in Moncton? Moncton. So we went down and played some exhibition games there for a couple of years in a row, and I'm still boggled.
Well, we played at St. Mary's, right? The one time. Do we ever play in Moncton?
We played in Moncton. I played in Moncton once. And
St. Mary's.
St. Mary's, I'm pretty sure. And there was like 15,000 people there. And then we went to the lower deck after. Remember the lower deck?
Yeah, that was Halifax. That's Halifax.
That was
Halifax.
Halifax.
That's a good time. Yeah, lower deck's a good time.
And I'm still wondering why there's not a CFL franchise there.
It's until they build a stadium, because those people would listen. They'd travel all over the place. They definitely would.
Does Matty Dunnigan still have the rights to a team? Do you remember who was he with? Not Shreveport.
Birmingham.
Birmingham couldn't pay him, I think, or something like this for the last year because they went bankrupt or whatever. And they gave him the rights to the team. So I think he has rights to it. He could move that. He could move it into Moncton, get some private money like you did to open up your gold mine. You should talk to him about that. We should talk to him about that.
It's a great spot. And if Newfoundland specifically, man, the way they talk so fast, and they talk with that slang. Like, oh Lord, these are thunder and by. Hey, don't ever by. Yeah. And then so I'm talking with guys that have that accent, and then I'm talking to other guys that even the guys that I'm with that are born Newfoundlanders don't even know what those people are saying.
No,
they have no idea. They're like, oh, did you listen to Johnny there? By he didn't even know where up and left, down, left to right. I said, I have no idea what that guy was saying. He's trying to take photos and doing stuff, but they're just so welcoming. It's such a cool place. They have great seafood. I can't wait to go back, have a couple bevies and roll through that town. But I didn't get screeched in. So if you heard about getting screeched in, that's when you kiss the cod and all that stuff. I'll save that for another day.
I like to do that. My brother, of course, Paul went to Acadia and with your cousin, Paul Masadi. And he said, it's like, I've never been out that way. Like I've been there for football. We never really got a chance to move around and went to a bar after a game and then flew home the next day. But just to go experience the golf and PEI and everything out there, it would be something that's on a bucket list for sure to do.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If it's free.
You didn't come, did you, to Mainzie's when Mainzie had that golf tournament in PEI?
No.
Oh, it was me and Roby and Marius, I think. Oh my God, Roby wanted to kill people at the hotel. I remember that. What a beauty. I miss those guys. I miss Roby. He got mad at me, eh?
Did he?
He got mad at me because he listened to this. So he's probably going to listen to this episode at some point in time.
Yeah.
But on one of the episodes, when I was talking about Flutie and getting him, but Robichaux and Wozchuk messed up and calling him Robichuk, Roby didn't like that.
No.
Roby doesn't.
You better watch that, eh?
No, listen, I want to say this so everyone knows. There's no comparison, Roby.
No.
You were the best long snapper in the league for all the years you played. You had that he was a champ. Do you remember? Oh my God, on and off the field.
I say
champ.
I say both leagues.
Both leagues, absolutely.
Could have played.
I don't disagree.
Could have played in the NFL for his whole career. Honest to God, the fastest snap back, like 0.9 seconds back. He threw the ball, snapped the ball faster than I could throw the ball back to the guy. Yeah. That's how good this guy was.
Yeah. So he just got to get the bad knees near the end. And
but in the NFL, all you can do is snap. You don't even have to run down on a kick. You just snap and sit there. They don't want you to run down. They don't want you to run down. Oh, I love Roby.
Even on the road, sometimes he'd pay for parking if we had people over too.
Yeah,
some trips. And he's a good guy like that.
Well, we usually have a little beer with him and Ray during Christmas time. We should figure that out. There's going to be no time. It's going to be no time. I'm heading to Arizona on the 13th, and Grey Cup week is next week. Already next week. I'm heading to Monday night. I'm heading to Buffalo. It's my first Buffalo Bills game. I'm going to watch New England and Monday Night Football.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've never been to a Bills game, if you can believe it. Ever. Like, been living in St. Catharines for 23 years and 24 years and never been to a Bills game.
Oh, buddy, it's a treat. Like, never mind the game.
Yeah.
Like the pregame.
This is Monday Night Football too. So we're going over with 10 of us in a limo bus, and I think we're leaving in a little later in the afternoon. And then I said to the guys, if you guys are going at 8 a.m, I'm not going. I got crap to do. I got work to do.
Die.
Yeah, I can't do
There's going to be so many guys fighting. It's going to be great. You don't even have to leave the tailgate area. You will see more shit in that, couple hours of time than you'll see during the game.
I'm going to wear
unreal.
I'm going to wear my Hitchcock jersey. It looks like a Steelers jersey. I'm going to wear Hitchcock. Probably get beer.
Are they playing the Steelers?
No, New England Patriots.
Oh, okay. Oh, that'll be good.
Yeah, that should be fun. Oh, well.
That's good, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of, listen, Roby and those guys and Ray and all them maybe rolling into town for Grey Cup. You would hope so.
I think they're going to be there. Roby texted me a couple weeks ago, said he loved the show. He didn't give me shit, but because you talked about it, not me.
Shit. Yeah, he got mad at me. I don't want.
He said, "Good job, Hitch."
I don't want Roby mad at me.
Yeah, I had to give my horns up, this week.
Why? Oh, you didn't get to play, right?
I didn't play. My kid had a game.
Why?
I had a game. My kid had a game in Caledon at 9:00 at night. So that was a fun drive, hour and 40 minute drive.
You had to go to Caledon from St. Catharines.
9:00 game PM and 3:15s with a flood. We got home at 5-1 on a Thursday night for kids got school the next day. That was really nice.
That's ridiculous.
This Thursday, we're in Orangeville, 9:15 game. So we'll be home at 1
like middle of the week game.
Yeah. Well, they're 15. They're minor midget, right? So they put the kids at a later time because the younger ones go first. But 9:15 in Orangeville. I say to the coach, forfeit.
That's crazy, man.
Just forfeit.
Yeah.
Don't go. Thursday night, no thanks.
Speaking of your boy, I saw him at the game there. I had a couple buddies with him. Had the nice hair, big head of hair on him, looking good. He's getting tall now too.
Yeah. Guess who they were staring at?
Oh, I bet.
They were. I caught them.
They should.
They did. We can't even say your name, right? No, it's not right.
Well, she's a beautiful lady.
Yeah.
And the boys, these are young kids. How old's your boy now? He's got to be
15.
15? Yeah. What were you doing at 15?
I would have been looking. Yeah, they had fun. They were looking around. Their eyes were gawking a little bit, but I caught them a few times. They're like, "That's weird, Dad. That's weird." I said, "No, well, you should stop looking because it is weird. You're weird. Your pants are weird.
You're weird for thinking it's weird."
Yeah, exactly.
The thing is, see, I got to deal with the other side. You got a beautiful older daughter, but I've got two girls that has to deal with idiot teenage boys, and I'm noticing it already. It's my oldest daughter, of course. These stupid boys, because I know them, because you and I were exactly like these idiots.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
I don't like what you're thinking. Stop thinking that. You might get the Gordie Howe elbow if you keep it up.
It's not right.
But it changes, eh? It just they become teenagers, and all of a sudden, they go from little girls to grown-ups. It's nuts, man.
Yeah. Well, buddy.
Well, that's it, eh? Listen, we're going to work hard to get some special guests on the show. The one that you talked about, that'll be fun because I think that can take some really good twists and turns.
Yeah, that will definitely. And then Greg, but we keep talking about Gregor. We're going to give him one more chance. And you know what? He's going to come on and say, "Well, you didn't really call me." Okay, you're right. We did.
We'll figure it out. Listen, huge game this week. Get your tickets. Head down to BMO Field. Support the Ticats. They win. It's the Bloody Grey Cup in Hamilton. That's it. One game away, right? It's what more can you do? They did it last week. Let's see if they can do it again this week.
How many games potentially left in the season?
Just these many.
Just two.
These many. With that, that's it. 12th podcast is done. I got crap to do. Rob, you got to study for a test soon, no?
Yeah, Thursday. Right in the Thursday.
Beautiful. All right. Get all your energy to Robbie. All the good energy to Robbie. This is the Morreale and Hitch podcast right here on the Ticats Audio Network.
Morreale and Hitch, dropping every Wednesday. Subscribe, like, laugh.